Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day this video may find you. Thank you so much for returning to my channel, or if you are new to my channel, welcome. Listen, if these videos are something that is helping you or you feel like that will help someone else, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. But let's just dive right into it. Listen, I want to do a video this morning about why is it that there are so many women filing for divorce now? You know, there's this big thing now where people are saying, oh, the percentage of the women are filing for divorce, so it's the women's fault that divorces are happening. Women are the reason divorces are happening because they are the one that's filing for the divorce, right? Well, let's take that back, people. Just because you are the person that filed for the divorce, it doesn't mean that you were the reason the divorce dissolved. It doesn't mean that you were the person that did not put in the work to ensure that the marriage survived. It doesn't mean that you're not the one that was enduring all the suffering. And obviously, if you're the one that's filing, there had to be some suffering going on somewhere. Okay? Women don't just file for divorce. Yeah, you got the gold diggers out there. You got the people that marry, say, some rich person. Look, people, we're not rich, okay? Most of us are not rich, so we can't keep using those, okay? We're talking about regular, everyday, common people, okay? But here's the deal, people. The problem is the way that marriage was set up by humans, by man in the beginning, was outside of God's will for the man and the woman in marriage, okay? We must admit to that first before we start going to these other things. But men don't want to do that. They don't want to admit that what was acceptable in society for men in marriages is that it was okay that they cheated on their wives and that they were abusive in their power, okay? Meaning that if they wasn't treating their wife right, like if they were mentally or emotionally abusing the wife, and sometimes physically, we know that this happens too, then wives in previous generations, they didn't have the money, the resources to go somewhere else. And not only that, because of the way that the previous generations were, when the women were trying to get help, everybody was telling them, look, as long as that man's paying those bills, then don't you worry about what he's doing. Okay? And they was even sent back after leaving. There were women that left and went to their moms, and they sent them back. A good example of this, and I just use stars sometimes in my scenarios because we've learned their life stories through movies and such, right? But remember Tina Turner in the Ike Turner situation. Remember, Tina left him. This man was beating her. He was cheating on her. He was doing her low down and dirty. He is like one of the kings of narcissists, okay? He really is. But bless rest his soul. But anyways, Tina went back, left him, and went to her mother. And the man was able to pay the mom some money to send the daughter back. Tell her she needs to go back. Y'all know this stuff was going on. Y'all know that this is the way that society was. And women have gotten tired of it. Many women have left, good women have left this earth being worried to death, living a life with a man like that, with a man that's cheating on her, bringing her diseases, bringing home, getting outside babies. Y'all know that this stuff was going on. And the whole thing that they was using to dangling up over the women's head was monetarily. Where you going to go? What you going to do? That was the thing they was telling them. Where you going to go? What you going to do? So now that women have gotten their own careers and they have their own jobs and they can stand on their own feet, now the men are mad. They're upset because that game is not working anymore. That abusive, manipulative, sinful behavior isn't working anymore. And the men of today are so upset because they're mad. They're like, what's going on here? My dad did this. My grandfather did this. My uncles did this. My older cousins did this. The pastor did this. My teachers did this. My coach did this. All these men that they looked up to, that they got away with this. And they're upset because they want to get away with it too. And they're mad. They're like, what's going on with these women today? And bless their hearts, some of the women are like, you know what? I can play that game too. So what has happened is some of the women are running out there playing that same game with you men. Some of them are doing the same thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they should. I wouldn't do it. But that is what's going on. We have to tell the truth, people. This is what's going on. Stop lying. Stop lying. Because guess what? They're trying to, they have this gaslighting. You're trying to tell people that what it is that is true is not true. What we know to be true is not true. We all know this is true. And then we're looking at the ones that's deciding, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this. They're looking at the generations of the women that went through this stuff. They're looking at their mothers. This saying I hear, they're making people, this court system is making people put that, they're actually putting that in themselves about the irreconcilable differences thing. These women, I know for a fact, when I filed for my divorce, that was not the reason that I put in my divorce. It wasn't. I broke it down, everything, all of the abuse that was going on. But in the end, the court system put in there that it was irreconcilable differences to basically try to brush off the abuse that was going on. Because they don't want you to put that out there. They don't want you to talk about that. They just want to try to act like, oh, well, you know, something happened, you know, little thing happened. That little thing that happened in their marriage, they just couldn't figure that thing out. It's a lie. It's a lie. Towards the end, I mean, my ex-husband did everything he could to tear me down. He tried to put me in the streets. I ended up with the home, but he did not want me to have it. His mom didn't either. His whole family, they was encouraging, cheering him on to be a rotten human being. That's another thing. When you're having problems in your marriage, you're going to talk to your toxic moms that were abused, that was mistreated. And you know what they're going to tell you? They're going to ill-advise you because what they're thinking in their heads, I went through worse than that. Or I went through that. So who is she to think that she's supposed to get something better? So they're going to ill-advise you as to how you need to handle that situation with your wife, that abusive thing that you're doing. Your mom is going to tell you, that a mom with that bitter, angry mom that had that abusive husband or man or husbands, plural, they're going to tell you, and they're thinking how to handle that situation is basically you need to put her in line. She's stepping out of line. Because too, they don't want you to be a man. They don't want you to be no better man than the man that they had. Why should your wife deserve something better? So anyways, people, I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thought that I'd just do this little short video. Might do some extensive ones on this. This is a big topic here. But we all know what's going on. We got to stop this, cut this out. We're looking bad to these young people. Young people know the truth too. And while we're sitting up here pretending like, what is going on? I don't know what happened. Maybe she did this and he did this. There's always, in a divorce, someone that was way toxic than the other person. And usually it's the person that didn't file. A lot of times that other one gonna beat that one to file because they trying to. But most of the time, that person that filed, that's the one that was being abused. You can put your money on that. Have a blessed day. Bye.